I'd kind of like to start with a similar question that Ben spoke about when he was doing his talk. I always ask my sixth formers at the start of the year, what is your why? And it's kind of similar to what everybody has been talking about throughout this process. And I always say to them, well, what exactly is it when it's dark outside, when you wake up and when we get home from school, that's actually going to keep you going? And it's really, really important for us to almost drill down into that, because obviously quite often you'll get from students, oh, I want to get an A in chemistry. And again, we've already spoken about the fact that, well, actually, no, well, why is it that you want to get an A in chemistry? Well, I want to go on to be a dentist. Well, why is it that you want to be a dentist? I actually asked this question to a year 11 student today, and her answer was, I don't know. And I was like, okay, so let's go and have a conversation about that and drill down into that. And I just want to talk about the fact that we've done that obviously in our curriculum over a long period of time. We just started working with Ivy House, similar to Ben, last year. But actually it's been in our curriculum for a really long time to work on students' leadership, but also their human development, so that it helps them with their futures. So I'd like to tell you this through almost two different stories. So we've got Sarah Festival, and she was always a student from year 10 where she was telling me, Miss, I'm not going to go to university. Miss, I'm not going to university. And I was like, absolutely fine. Her parents were pretty against education. And I was like, absolutely fine. You do not have to go to university. However, she did decide to stay on with us for sixth form, which was absolutely fantastic. And again, still adamant that she wasn't going to university. But what we did is we actually got her to be part of a program where she got to go out to businesses, get different work experience, have different virtual sessions with them, where again, she was working on this idea of human leadership and working on very, very specific skills. So actually, when she left, she was kind of the first person in her family to go on to further and higher education. And that wasn't through university. She actually went to go and do one of the very first degree apprenticeships. And she absolutely loves it. It's absolutely fantastic. And when you get feedback from her, when she traces it all the way back, she literally talks about the fact that it was those skills that she developed over time and how she was able to apply them in her career. I had a conversation with her not long ago on LinkedIn. We both have each other on LinkedIn, and she recently got a promotion. And again, she was still talking about the fact that these skills were really important in her everyday life at work. So my second story that I want to come to, that's a little bit more of an extended story, is a student called Marley. Now, Marley is very near and dear to my heart, and that's because this is a literal quote from him, which is why I'm looking off to the side. As a student that comes from a council estate in Woolwich, where barely anybody goes on to higher education and no one in your family has attended university, it can be daunting. I didn't think that I would have the skills in order to be able to go there. It's through the encouragement and support of enhancing my social skills and my leadership skills that I've been able to not only go to university away from home, but also get onto a summer school course for entrepreneurship in Singapore, fully funded by my university, which was a life-changing experience. Now, for me, when I read that, I'm not going to lie, I almost cried, because in my mind, that's what it's all about. It's about them being able to step into their greatness, which is our school's motto. No matter what that greatness is overarching, not only did Marley go and do that, but actually he's come back to us now, and he's created his own program, where in actual fact, he's mentoring some year 10 students and coaching year 10 students, and he's taking them through that process as well. So in actual fact, it's not about the student themselves, it's actually that cyclical process where they were like, well, I learned so much from this school that I'm actually going to take that, expand on it, and pass it on to the next generation. So we've actually got a set of 5 different coaches that are alumni, and that's our first cohort that are coming through and being able to mentor and coach our younger students, which is absolutely fantastic.